Bamboo Society of India started the first seminar today by 10 o'clock itself. Everybody is starting by 10:30, 11 o'clock. I'm thankful to chairman and the organizers, everyone who was really taking it fast and forward. Sir, I'm a bamboo lover. I love bamboo. But my idea is to make everybody love bamboo and everybody to grow bamboo and everybody to be prosperous in the life. Do something better to produce little more earning and clean the environment very nicely. And bamboo being the fastest growing plant, it should be able to clean it much better than any other plant in the world. Not only that, it increases the water table. Eucalyptus is reducing water table, bamboo is increasing the water table. And bamboo is correcting the soil for pH, for organic matter, for all the content. So that's such a beautiful one. And today, we talk a lot of topics in the Bamboo Society. Today, I thought I'll talk only on energy. There are several forms of energy available from the bamboo. And instead of me, I may not go very deep. Actually, right now, I'm doing a project for INBAR. I'm writing a project report for them for how to make bamboo syngas and bamboo ethanol for African country. INBAR has given the assignment due to Corona getting delayed, but then we are going to finish in a week's time. It's going to be published as one of the document for INBAR. So with this few words, let me get into my presentation. And can you just confirm whether you're all able to see it? Word of confirmation will be good for me to go ahead.
Yes, sir. We can see.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Now, bamboo is such a beautiful plant. I'm going to talk on the bamboo for energy. And bamboo is the fastest growing plant, no doubt. But it has got a lot of energy locked inside. When it is something growing fast, normally energy may not be available, but it has got both. For all the information, bamboo is one of the first evolved plant, and then even before the human being, it is evolved, and they become highly adapted. And like a cockroach in the fossil, look at the bamboo is a bamboo, cockroach is cockroach, human beings are monkeys. We are not evolved at that time, and they are able to store such a beautiful amount of energy. But today we see a lot of other products like our Sanjay Karpe spoke about the furniture and about the construction bamboo, incense stick bamboo, cycle making, all that is there. But one of the major sector is this energy sector, where electricity is produced, ethanol is made, bio-CNG gas is made. Today, even able to make a cement out of the bamboo by replacing the coal for the cement industry, iron ore industry, they are able to replace the bamboo, the coal with the help of bamboo. So it's basically capture the sun energy, puts it in the plant, in the stem, in the leaf, in the branches, and convert that energy into a usable energy for our purpose, either electricity energy or a CNG gas energy or a petrol energy. So bamboo is a superb fuel because it has got 4,000 kilocalorie of energy per kilogram. And they grow faster. They keep on growing. Every year you can make 1 acre to capture close to around 40 tons of biomass to even up to 65 ton of biomass. That's possible only with the bamboo plant like this. But this biomass, if you see them, will be used by many people in the past. 8 years back, it was only 800 rupees. Everybody used the biomass. Then 2 years back, it was around 3,500 rupees. Last year, it became 4,000 rupees. Today, it has reached a price of 4,000 to 5,000 rupees. People are not using anymore the biomass. It's expensive. You cannot take 1 ton of bamboo, make 1 megawatt electricity, give it to the government at 5 rupees, 5,000 rupees a megawatt. So now the question is, can we bring down the price? Can we bring down the price to 1,500 rupees a ton from the normal firewood price? Yes, it's possible if you're able to do the bamboo, grow the bamboo as a captive formation, captive energy plantation. This is what people are trying to do now. In fact, Dalmia Cement is growing bamboo. Ultratech is growing bamboo. JK Cements, 3 of the JK Cements are planting my bamboo. And bamboo is planted by not only one or two, it's more than 20 cement factories have planted the bamboo, both in India, in abroad. They started first in a Bhutan, in a mine site. So why they are planting bamboo is one, to green the place, but the major thing is they'll be using as a raw material for the energy purpose. Now, why they're using? Because the energy value of a coal is 4,000 kilocalorie. Bamboo is also 4,000 kilocalorie. There are high-grade coals are there, but then average coal is around 4,000 kilocalorie. And the ash content is quite high. It varies from 10%, 12% to up to 30% in lignite. And that, whereas bamboo has got 1%, 2%, depending on the age, it goes up to the maximum of 3 to 4%. And in an energy plantation, it is harvested early to have a lesser amount of ash. I mean, bamboo is not the only energy crop. There are many energy crops available. I've just listed switchgrass is one. People have tested and found out that 17 dry ton of switchgrass is made available from 1 acre. Giant miscanthus. Miscanthus is another plant which is also used, and it can come in a very temperate area. 19.6 tons. Guinea grass, popular, eucalyptus. Eucalyptus we find everywhere. Average 10 tons we are able to get per year. Whatever yield I'm giving, it's per ton per year. Now, similarly, all these when tried, bamboo also tried. In US and Taiwan, they tried it, and they could record up to 26.4 tons. Today, we have good bamboo. When you cultivate properly like an energy plantation, it can go even up to 40 tons to 65 tons of bamboo. So that is a kind of energy. What is that it's got? It's a fuel characteristic. If somebody who understands fuel characteristic, you'll be able to know the volatile matter is more than 80%. Fixed carbon varies from 5 to 10%, and the sulfur is not there, literally not there as compared to coal or the petroleum products. And then the carbon is 48 to 52% carbon, which is there in the bamboo material. And that is one of the reasons why it's able to capture the carbon dioxide and do that, plus energy value, 4,000 kilocalorie with a bulk density of 0.4 tons. Depending on the species, it goes even up to 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. Now, one of the very important things when people use it for the energy, the ash fusion, what comes from the ash is very important. And these are the elements which are there in the ash. Apart from that, the deformation temperature, because many boilers today, they have a higher temperature for which the high pressure boilers are used, for which the temperature should go higher. So now the bamboo can go up to 1,200 to 1,250 degrees centigrade. Even a coconut shell cannot go more than 1,000 degrees centigrade. A good material today we have is coconut shell for using for carbon, for burning, high intensity energy, but this ash fusion will be a problem. They cannot use it in a bulk. At the same time, the ash fusion temperature also goes up to ash 1,300. Just a small table to compare. How is this bamboo versus bagasse in the sugar factory? Bagasse today is able to give the energy for or money for the sugar factory. The money is not from the sugar. The money is from the electricity produced in the sugar factory. Then there comes now the ethanol is additional factor. Now, compared to bagasse, bamboo is much, much better. Today, all the sugar factories are going to use it. We have over 550 sugar factories in India, covering an area of over 6 million hectares of sugarcane being cultivated. Now, all these people, most of them they have cogen. What is cogen? They produce burn the bagasse, convert into steam. The steam is producing electricity for energy, and then the steam is used for processing. The same thing can be used with the bamboo, not during the season. The sugar factory doesn't work for 6 months. They work only for 5 to 6 months, and the rest of the time it's closed down. They pay the salary to the people, the interest depreciation keep running, and maintenance costs is there. All that is going on, but now Bima bamboo can be used, or any bamboo can be used, and to produce electricity during this off season. Okay. A normal sugar factory has got a bagasse area of sugarcane area of something like 20,000 acres to run 6 months. Bamboo is needed only for 2,000 acres to run the same factory for next 6 months. That is the kind of energy density. That is the kind of a yield what is coming from the bamboo. So that is the reason it's not very far that bamboo is going to be like a sugarcane is going to be cultivated by all the sugar factories through the farmers. Now, some of the people in Maharashtra, they started doing this. And Tamil Nadu government is really very checking up. The new government which has come is really looking at in reviving the sugar factory through the bamboo. Can you believe? Sugar bamboo is going to be a factor to revive it. Now, but then they initially thought they can use the coal, but the coal is expensive, non-renewable, lesser tariff for this thing. Now, let's go to the next one. Why advantage of the bamboo as a fuel? It's got a good calorific value, very low ash content, continuously you can harvest every year. There are a lot of sterile bamboos are there, which doesn't flower and die. Bambusa vulgare is one. Bambusa balcova is one. And there are other species like even stock seeds also, but not for furniture, for furniture making, not for energy. And newtons also, not very often they flower. So like this, there are shy flowering, no flowering bamboo which can be planted, so people can continuously harvest it. Bamboo being a grass, the tar is very less. In a boiler, when you burn it, the tar is another big problem. In case if the energy is going to be very excess, then you have a lot of things to be used for bamboo. So bamboo is, the cost of production of bamboo is between 1,500, 1,300 to 1,500 rupees per ton at the field level. A lot of people, you might be asking, is this common now? Are we using it everywhere? There are various industries have tested the bamboo and the product is validated now. I've been working on this for the last over 15 years, not only cultivation of bamboo, how do we connect the bamboo to this kind of a large use in industry? I know it is not that easy. I've run through all my struggle in explaining, in doing trials. Even yesterday also I sent a bamboo material to Malaysia with a verification of a test. Yes, bamboo can be used for, there are so many things which can switch over the energy from the fossil fuel. Today we are using fossil fuel for coal being used. That coal 1 ton of coal can be replaced with 1 ton of bamboo. That is the amount of energy which is there. 1 ton of coal, today it's anywhere between 5,000 to 6,000 rupees a ton, with a lot of ash content and emission, full of carbon dioxide emission. 1 ton burns, it would give you over 2,000 tons of carbon dioxide emission, whereas bamboo is not going to give you any biomass, not giving you. Similarly, CNG gas, fermentation gas, or oil, the bio oil. Now today Shell is working for 15 years in converting biomass into one of the oil like petrol, diesel, or the aeronautic fuel. And they have got a technology called IH2 for that. And today bamboo has been tested for several things. And now they found out that bamboo is also one of the excellent alternative material, and looked at very seriously to go into a large scale commercial crop of 20,000 acres to make one of the project to start. Similarly, electricity. Electricity is one of the common thing everybody start using it through the process called pyrolysis or gasification. And bamboo, after gasification, the product comes out from the charcoal is superb. Similarly, bioethanol. Bioethanol is a 2G ethanol. 1G ethanol is known to all of us, either from sugarcane juice or from the maize and potato or rice we're using it. But this is a 2G ethanol where the fermentation is done to the cellulose. What is maximum in the bamboo is around 80%. And on average, they have 50 to 65%. So this is convertible. So all these are able to get converted. Yes, bamboo can be used for electricity, for petrol, for ethanol, for gas, for replacing the coal in the cement or other factories. These are all the energy industry. The requirement is several millions of acres. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I know incense stick is one which you all know. We all talking about it. Everybody is planting tulda. I myself giving to Maharashtra. There are many people are planting throughout India. The requirement is 1.5 lakh tons for the whole India. And it will come from 16,000 hectares, which means 1,000 hectare, one state planting, the market is saturated. When will you come to know? After 5 years, not now. That market is saturated. That's what we are importing huge at a very high price of 1.25 lakh rupees a ton. But bamboo for energy is not at 1.5 lakh tons. It is only at 4,000 rupees a ton, dry bamboo. Only at that time you can make the energy. But at that price also, if you cultivate properly, if you irrigate properly, like a sugarcane and banana, bamboo can also give a very high yield. Bamboo can be cut. It will be able to produce electricity. from 1 megawatt, which is 1 megawatt means 1000 kilowatt of current every hour, 24 hours. For 365 days, you need 200 acres of dedicated plantation. The reason is 1 kg bamboo is able to produce 1 kilowatt current. 1 ton is producing 1 megawatt current. 8,000 megawatt hours needs 8,000 tons of wood, which will come from 200 acres of bamboo. And the ultimate cost is going to be 2.5 rupees per kilowatt, cheaper than solar panel. And while doing this, solar panel, when it is there, you go touch it, it will be very hot up to 55, 60 degrees centigrade because of the heat, the black substance. No bamboo is 60 degrees centigrade on the leaf when they capture the energy. And it's able to really cool down to a level of, no bamboo leaf goes to temperature more than 30 degrees centigrade. And they keep on cooling down, keep on releasing oxygen, at the same time produce electricity. The process of producing is you take the bamboo, chip them into pieces or powder depending on the gasifier requirement, put it in a gasifier. And there are several types of gasifier and pyrolysis units available in India and abroad. And there are different types in a downdraft, updraft, side draft. There are quite a few methods available today, but let's not go into that complication. Then the gas is clean, and the clean gas is called syngas. The syngas has got methane and carbon monoxide and a little bit of carbon dioxide, and all that is combustible gas, which can be sent to the generator. The generator can generate electricity. And the byproduct, while doing that, you're also getting a charcoal. The charcoal could be 7% to 25%, depending on the temperature of the gasifier or the type of gasifier, what you're going to use it. It could be variable and you can change it. More the charcoal, less the electricity. Or more the electricity, charcoal is going to be less, but still you get it up to 7 or 10%, you get the charcoal. These charcoals are fantastic in the sense, charcoal of bamboo after gasification has got a surface area of 950 square meter per gram. This is what Indian Institute of Science Bangalore has found out after doing several trials. And they also went and published it 6 years back in Netherlands about this bamboo. And this is a small gasifier, portable gasifier, 5 kilowatt gasifier. This is developed more than 16 years back by National Bamboo Mission. And the bamboo chips can be put in this. It'll go, it'll get converted into gas. The gas is running as 195. The gas is producing, and this is a little bit 500 kilowatt gasifier. And 200 acres of bamboo plantation can produce pyrolysis through the process pyrolysis, can produce 1 megawatt every hour, 8,000 megawatt at 100% capacity, but doesn't happen. So normally you get around 7,200 megawatt hours, which means it will be able to generate an income of not less than 4 crore rupees from the electricity. And the charcoal which is going to come will be another 1 ton of charcoal will be able to get it. That 1 ton of charcoal will go to produce another 1 crore rupee. So or 5 crore rupees directly from this. And another 0.5 crores will be getting through REC, Renewable Energy Certificate. That's very common in India. So when you really produce electricity, for this the gasifier is there first, and the next stage is cyclone stage. Scrubbing the gas for a couple of times and cool down the gas. Then moisture is trapped, then used for generator to produce electricity. So this is a fundamental scheme, how it is used. It's a schematic drawing of how gasifier working for power application. There are many applications where you don't need to produce electricity. You can use the gas for heating purpose, burn it. You heat it, flame it like a gas cylinder. How we have LPG gas cylinder, you can just burn it, but you cannot cylinder it, but you can use it directly. Today it is used for making biscuits. ITC is making biscuit in Guwahati. Over 3-4 million biscuits are made every day, and they use around 500 kilogram of bamboo every hour. And it's a clean factory I've personally visited. And not only that, it could be for melting the aluminium. It could be for bakeries. It could be for even dead body burning is using the gasifiers today. Many places, many houses are there. Now, I can show you some of the examples. This is a 10 kilowatt gasifier. 10 kilowatt means normally 10 to 20 houses can be used. It's portable. It's battery, startup is through battery, and they can use this. Smaller the capacity, the quantum of bamboo needed is going to be more 1.3 kg capacity. Today, already it's working. It's working in Coimbatore for the last 10 years. And all these examples, whatever I'm showing, it's all working for more than 10 to 15 years. This is 250 kilowatt gasifier and Ankur. There are many companies are working. Ankur has been working for the last 25 to 30 years, and they have developed a lot of proper, appropriate technology, taking the original technology from IIT, Indian Science Bangalore, and then modified it for the practical application. Today they have, this is the top one. What you see is for drying application, which is 1,500 kg capacity using it. This is rice husk based electricity generation one, and this is a 40 kilowatt one in Colombia. Similarly, there are many things they've done it. Exclusive ones for bamboo, they've done it in South Africa, and one more in Indonesia. And so, bamboo is used as a raw material to do that. So bamboo is one such biomass where the biomass's density is very high, thickness is more, and is able to give continuous supply every year from the same field. And this is a typical drawing of a gasifier where the hopper, where they put the bamboo chips, everything inside, goes inside. And then it goes through a process of cleaning and then cooling. Then after that, it goes to the series of gas engine, like G back and other people who are providing the engines, which is able to run it. This is a control panel which controls the feeding rate and production rate, electricity, everything. And through the chimney, the gas is released out. So this is something which is done. Similarly, people in Coimbatore, they're also doing for the last 20, 25 years, 1 megawatt gasifier. This is a one, so clean, neat. And they also started working with the bamboo way back in 2005 onwards, when NMBA was there, National Mission on Bamboo Application. They trialed out the bamboo, and their company called RC High-Tech Power Generations. They have these kind of power systems using the biomass, and the bamboo also could be used. I told you in the beginning, the bamboo can be producing the charcoal as a byproduct. This charcoal are used ultimately into either for burning, but that's a least cost. But then what could be done is with this, it can go as a carbon storage. This is what is coming in a very, very big way in future. Unbelievable one, like companies from Switzerland, companies from UAE, they all talking to me. Can we grow bamboo, convert them into the charcoal, and bury it in the ground to capture the carbon dioxide? This is a permanent sequestration of the carbon, and that's also. And there are a lot of kilns available in China. But these are some of the gasifiers which are already working for melting and rolling mills in South India, and they have worked over 100 hours and 1,000 hours and for melting the aluminium. This is for mineral drying in Tuticorin, where they are using this technology for gasification. Gasification is used for many applications. Even the medical science also they're using it for cooking the food material. This is there in Chennai. And there are people of big kitchens are using this kind of one powder coating. And this also Godrej and Boys, the industry, they are also using this, and already 10,000 hours crossed, and it fuel saves is 540 tons of LPG. And I can keep on telling you, there's so many such gasification-based industries are running now. People are using it. This is Tuticorin one for titanium extraction. Everybody needs heat. And the heat can come by burning. But when you go through a gasification, we are able to get completely controlled heat and also no emission, no carbon dioxide emission. Instead, the carbon dioxide comes out as charcoal, which is sellable. And this is also the unit developed by them with the rice husk, but this can also take bamboo chips. This is a 700 kilowatt one using this in Cambodia. And, this is in West Bengal. This is the biscuit factory, which is using it in Guwahati. I personally visited and seen them. They are using continuously for the last 5-6 years, they're using it. And carbon neutral biscuits. Otherwise they would have used large quantity of furnace oil to burn and then produce the heat for heating the cooking and baking everything. This is their plant and the gasification plants. And this is the gasifier. And, it's doing wonderfully very well. So 1 megawatt power, if they want to use, you need 80 hectares or 200 acres of bamboo plantation. This is just to break the monotony, I'm just putting a small video.
Nature has a wealth of untapped energy resources. Bamboo has been recognized as a renewable source of energy. Bamboo, the fastest growing biomass, can confidently be associated with the development of energy sector in India. There are two ways in which bamboo gives energy. First, by conversion into charcoal, and second, by gasification into producer gas as a source of thermal or electrical energy. Bamboo gasification is emerging as an excellent option for electrical application. Bamboo-based gasifiers have now been commercialized and are available in capacities ranging from 10 kilowatts to 1 megawatt. Biomass is converted to energy by the reaction of the raw material with oxygen and steam. The biomass is fed to the reactor where it reacts with oxygen and steam in a high energy combustion reaction. The technical feasibility of using bamboo in biomass gasifiers has been tested and validated by the IIS Bangalore.
Like any other biomass, bamboo is also an excellent fuel for gasification.
Two 1 megawatt gasifiers have been set up at Kachor and Nagaon units of Hindustan Paper Corporation in Assam and one 100 kilowatt gasifier at NPDA, Nagaland. Further, nearly 20 gasifiers of ranges from 25 kilowatts to 500 kilowatts capacity have been established. Bamboo renewable energy is all set to assume the role of a catalyst in rural and industrial development of India. A national level program can fill up a new life in these exciting sectors and lighten up our villages in the most natural way.
Yeah. So, bamboo is coming up now in a good way in India, but much more better than that is in a place like Africa. We are writing a report for them to include bamboo for all these kind of energy sector to be used throughout it, because the only hardly around 6 to 7% people only they're getting electricity. The advantage of bamboo being a dedicated energy plantation is you get the fuel continuously. The price is very low compared to all other biomass, and it's only one type of biomass, so that your boiler could be organized in such a way that it can fit into this, and supply is assured and adequate supply is possible, and it is available from one single place when you cultivate it. Otherwise, you have to go collect throughout the lot of places to collect and bring it. Now, what happened around 7 years back? People from South Africa, they came down to India. They have seen all these plantations. Whatever homes they see in this, all are South Africans who come here, except this two persons who are from India. And they have seen this growth of the bamboo in a place called Apakodal near Erode. And they went back to South Africa and they have recommended to the government, and the government also sanctioned first national demonstration project of converting bamboo into electricity in 1,250 acres. And for which the plant has gone from here, the technology has gone from India, and even the gasifier has gone from India. And then they have established and they are doing it. Similarly, there are big units are coming up based on bamboo. There's one in Sri Lanka, and which is in 2,000 acres for 10 megawatt. They got the approval because the corona, it's all getting delayed now. And not only bamboo into electricity or into charcoal. The one which is talked about today is ethanol. Bamboo is a good fuel. And in India, we have reached a level of blending. We have blended, actually, all our petrols are blended with a small quantity of ethanol. And today we have started with 3%, reached 5% today. This year we reached 5%. And country like Brazil has gone even up to 85% of ethanol, only 15% petrol. It's the other way around. India, Brazil also same problem. They are importing the oil. The cost is very high. The dollar value is going up because we are 50% of our export earning is spent only for fuel import, like a coal or a petrol or a crude oil, all this. So, then they are converting sugarcane into this. So they gone to 85%. I'm very happy that Nagpur, there are buses running, which are 100% ethanol buses, 100%. So bamboo is a highly potential plant because it's got lignocellulosic material, which is composed of cellulose and hemicellulose. This cellulose and hemicellulose is convertible, digestible into ethanol. this is a 6-molecule one. It can be converted to 5-molecule one, and it is a matter of time. Initially, you have to pre-treat it, and while pre-treating, it could be heat, it could be steam, it could be acid. One of the treatments should be done, and after treating that, the starch is converted. The cellulose is converted to starch with the help of enzymes. They break down. After it is broke down, then it converts into with the help of then it converts into sugar into ethanol with the help of the microorganisms. Now, all these processes take something like 1 week. For the first batch, when you feed it here, by the time it travels through that, today's technology is 1 week. Maybe over the day to come, it's going to keep changing it. Right now, I sent this bamboo around 7 years back to Italy. Italy, there's a company called Beta Renewables, and we checked up for what is this bamboo has got. I've been working on the bamboo, Bima bamboo, you all know that. So I was exploring very highly into that. And when I gave to them, they said 64.8% is the cellulose available in this, fermentable sugar available. Lignin is not, nothing could be done with that, but it can be having byproduct. So other products also there. So this is what is very important, which is able to get converted into this. So how much 4 kg bamboo is able to produce 1.2 liter ethanol or 1 kg ethanol, 4 kg to 1 kg ethanol or 1.2 liter ethanol, which amounts to almost 10,000 to 12,000 liter per acre. Mind-boggling number. If you know, really go look at the other options available for us to do that, it is a sugar cane. Sugar cane has got a 40 ton of sugar cane, converted into 4 tons of sugar. After the 4 tons of sugar, we have left out molasses. The molasses is around 1.5 tons per acre. That 1.5 tons molasses, when you ferment, you get 400 liters of ethanol. And that 400 liter ethanol is what we are using for consumption, industrial use, and slowly small quantity is only able to come for fuel. Now, go to US. US does not have sugarcane, very little quantity in the Texas and the tropical Florida. But other than that, they have a lot of starch from corn, wheat, and grain, and rice and potatoes. And these things are, the starch is converted to sugar with the help of enzyme treatment, and then it is fermented with the help of the microorganisms to convert them into ethanol. Coming back to bamboo, bamboo does not have any of this. It is more of a cellulose. So no starch, no sugar. It is not edible one, what you're going to divert. So today I'm recommending African country that not to go for food material, we'll go for bamboo. Bamboo is avoiding the chain of food versus fuel. So what is happening here is you don't have a starch, so cellulose is converted into starch to convert to ethanol. I mean, this is science. Somebody can develop it, show you. Once done, its job is done. What is very important for people like us is, what is the efficiency of 1 acre? 1 acre, how much ethanol it can produce? If I grow sugarcane, if I grow corn, if I grow bamboo. That is what is very important. And that I will show you. This is 500 liter per acre, actually 400 liter. And maize is harvested 3 times. 1,000 liter, 1,000 liter, 1,000 liter is able to give you 3,000 liter, much higher than this. But if you put all the sugarcane juice also, then you'll be able to get 2,000, 2,200 liter. But still, corn is better than that. But it is 1G ethanol, where you need a lot of investment and machinery. Similarly, when it comes to bamboo, it is 10,000 to 12,000 liter with the present day technology. I'm very sure in another 10 years time, this will increase to 18,000 liter with the better enzymes intervention. Now, this is what the highest efficiency is going to come. Now, bamboo is going to be this. So we did not have the technology when Bharat Petroleum wanted to start one in Numaligarh. So they had to go all the way to Finland, sign an agreement with the foreign company, Finnish company, and get the material. And they started with 60 kl to start with. But as they go on, they now change to over 1.8 lakh liters, 1,180 kl per day they have come to. Now, the process is simple. Grow the bamboo, cut the bamboo, do the pre-treatment, and after pre-treatment, size them and for application into the enzymes and all together. There are 3 types of reaction takes place. It could be done either in stages or together. Now, after that, the distillation comes on separation of the material. When you separate, you get wastewater. You also get ethanol. and you also get lignin, undigested material, which is used for burning. Convert them to steam. The steam is producing electricity. That is going to be another 20-30 megawatt of electricity. All that is also used for this process of ethanol and exported around 30 to 40% of the electricity. And the steam is again brought back to cooking the bamboo when it comes inside. So complete cycle is filled here, and bamboo is able to do a good job of this. Now, the latest technology is to convert bamboo into petrol and diesel. That is the one which is the latest one. And like gasification is the process where you stop with the gas. Now, the same gas is also done in a hydrogen environment. And this technology is patented by Shell. And they have the unit in Bangalore in India. And they have done this with all the type of biomass, including bamboo biomass. This is a hydropyrolysis where the pyrolysis is done in the environment of hydrogen, and then the charcoal comes out as a first product or a byproduct, and then the main product is going to be passing when the gas is passing through the reactor, based on the catalytic agent in the reactor, it's converted either into gasoline, a petrol, or a jet fuel, or a diesel, or even a kerosene. Whatever you want, you will be able to do that. And whatever emission comes, the water vapor comes, goes to a hydrogen plant. Hydrogen plant is able to convert them into pure hydrogen, pressed into, again, compressed and sent into the hydropyrolysis chamber. So everything is used, and the entire process takes place with temperature between 400 to 550 degrees centigrade. Now, this is the plant in a model plant in Bangalore. The Shell is able to do that. And they are also going to likely to go in a very, very big way. More than several units are going to come, both in India, abroad. They are looking for collaborations and cooperations with the farmers or with the forest development corporations and all that. They're going to do that. So this is going to bring real biodiesel. And the quantum of biodiesel came from Jatroba was around 400 liter per acre. But then from the bamboo, it will be 10,000 liter. So everybody is going to benefit it. The company like Shell, the manufacturer of the petrol, diesel, or the user, or including the farmer. Everybody in the chain will get benefited. Plus, the carbon emission is getting reduced and the oxygen is getting released. Similarly, bio-CNG, a lot of attempts being made by many people, and the microorganisms they're using it. So they're able to convert 4 kg bamboo into 1 kg gas, and for which you need around 350 acres of cultivated bamboo to produce this sufficient gas of 5,000 kg, which supposed to be today, it is a economically viable size. So this plant is there in Pune, and Santosh Gandlikar has done a lot of work on this. He has used several types of biomass because of the shortage of biomass and some complications with this. He's still not gone totally into the bamboo, but days are not far. With this information, he's going to do that. And this is the bunk which is distributing the gas for a long time. And again, 4 kgs bamboo will be able to produce it. 1 acre can produce 4,000 to 5,000 kgs per year. It can produce it. So these are all highly complicated. Let's not go into the conversion and all that. If you want to convert it into coal, simple coal can be converted into bamboo, either by charcoal or torrefaction. Torrefied bamboo also is sufficient. But today you see them, we are using a huge quantity of coal in India, and that happens to be around 820 million tons. It varies from 820 to 900 million tons of coal. And out of that, over 200 to 220 million tons of coal, we're importing it every year. This imported coal is equivalent to 200 tons of bamboo. 200 tons of bamboo will come from an area of 50 lakh acres. 50 lakh acres we need only to replace coal. But this market has to be really explored. I've been pushing it to happen, but I'm very happy that Dalmia Cement has come forward 3 years back. They started using it. Now, Northeastern factories are using this now for replacing the bamboo as an alternate fuel in the cement industry. And now we're seeing this. Ultratech has come forward, JK has come forward. Over 20 sugar factories have planted bamboo now. Now, this is going to increase to at least 100 in another 2 to 3 years' time. Then they will also look at tying up with the farmers and doing this through the farmers. Why they're doing it? Because the carbon footprint of cement is very high. 1 ton of cement producing 612 kg of carbon dioxide. Now, India is a little less, 579. Dalmia Cement is less because for their efficient operation 493. If you see their northeastern operation in Meghalaya and Assam, they have a plant that emission is only 330 kg, which is half of the globe. Now they have taken an oath, they have taken a decision to see that they become carbon net zero by 2030. In 10 years time, they'll become zero. And for which they are going to do a lot of work with the bamboo and other material. Bamboo is going to be the major input for that. So bamboo is coming as a carbon emission to reduce as a carbon farm. That is what is going to come in a big way. So bamboo has to be cultivated for that. You cannot simply collect from the forest and do that. We know how to cultivate sugar cane. Bamboo should be cultivated as an energy plantation, properly grown. Nutrients should be given. Fertilizer should be given. We should not be taking like with a little less care, like what we have been doing in the forest for the bamboo. It should be really, really cultivated like a broiler chicken or a Jersey cow. Then it works for this, and it is able to give you a huge quantity of material. And long time back, we have checked up this, and bamboo for this as a raw material can go as a chipped one. Bamboo has to be chipped. When it is green, it's easy to chip, and then dry it, and this becomes raw material, and those raw material can produce the electricity and leaving the carbon back. Today, please believe me, there's a huge group of people, or a market is coming up for converting bamboo permanently into charcoal, which will be put into the soil to cool the global warming and get the carbon credit for this. A lot of people from abroad, they're talking to me, the companies are doing this. Now, this is what is going to be the next future industry for all this, where while doing it, you also can get electricity, or you can simply do the charcoal and give it to them. And this is the marvelous things to happen. Now, but I looked at what is the market for all this. If we keep on talking and doing this, do we have sufficient market? So I converted them to area, how much area we need for this. So it is all put together, it's something like 2,400 million tons of bamboo we need. Just for ethanol alone, we need 190 million tons. For blending 20% in India. For electricity, we need 908 million tons to replace the coal. And if you see bio-CNG, 136 million tons. All this put together is such a huge quantity. When I convert to the area, it's more than 60 million acres. Oh my God, huge. This is what it may not happen today. It will take another 30 years to get implemented one by one slowly. And by then, this is going to be the 60 million acre is 5 times more than sugar cane. Today, 12 to 13 million acre of sugar cane is there. And imagine that 12 million acre is controlling the political lobby. Now think of bamboo, how it's going to be there. So future is going to be for bamboo. And then bamboo is the next technology to dominate the future, like how we dominated, the cell phone dominated, Amazon is dominating, Uber is dominated. Similarly, Patanjali, immediately it came and then it became a product of, common man. Similarly, bamboo is going to be the next disruptive technology to dominate the future. I know many may not agree with me, but I believed 15 years, 16 years back. I dedicated myself totally for this, undergone losses, but today we are really, really able to see the future coming very close. A lot of foreign companies are looking at it. Thank you very much. Thanks. My sincere thanks to Chairman Sir, Bamboo Society, for giving such a nice opportunity. My best wishes for the World Bamboo Day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. That was absolutely, fantastic presentation. We don't know where the future is going to be, but definitely, I completely agree with your viewpoints. A lot of development we have seen from Shell happening in India. The R&D center, what you mentioned, sir, I think is the only center the third largest center in the world, based out of Bangalore. Thank you very much.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Because of this special session today, we are not going to take any question and answers. We'll move on to our next speaker. I'd like to invite our chairman to invite the speaker, please. Thank you, Dr. Bharti.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thanks
Dr. Bharti.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you,
You
sir.
are with us, we are with you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Damodar is present.
I saw him, sir.
Phone.
Dr. Damodar, please. You're on mute, sir. Can you unmute, please?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
No, sir. Your audio, you're not
Hello?
audible, sir. You're not audible.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
You can hear us.
Can I am audible or?
Yeah. Now you're audible, sir.
Yeah.
Now you're audible.
Okay. Thank you.
Good morning,
Good morning, Dr. Damodar Dharanji.
Thank you, sir.
I have already introduced you in the last session that where you have presented